Degrees of separation. Bloop. You can play local. Let's see, what kind of settings do we have here? In particular, I'm wondering, can I play this single player? It's a genuine question I need to worry about. We'll find out the hard way, I suppose. Play local. Slot 1. Ah, I can control both of them. Okay, cool. So this is a local co-op multiplayer puzzle platformer game. But I'm
Ember awoke to a
alone.
distant roar, like a great wind. Her dreams, usually warm and bright, had taken on the chill of ice and azure.
Oh, that is where to go. There's like a window? Yep. Whoa. Got a few options here. Maybe this is just a balcony? Seems like it. Yeah, you can't go any further out. It's a pretty game immediately. Neat. Up we go. Our second.
He dreamed of a great wind, a roaring in the air like some great beast, and the faint smell of sulfur jolting him awake. Rime's dreams were restless, filled with dancing fires and a bright, almost blinding light. He was the last in a long line of heroes, the lone defender of the castle in the heart of this kingdom of ice. Rime lowered the drawbridge of his castle. As to what it guarded against, realized he had no idea. As she emerged from the great oak that was her home, she noticed the once great trees of the forest were shattered, broken. It was as if a great storm had blown through, splintering all in its path, the roar that had awoken her. She ventured on, her curiosity growing as she climbed through the tree hollows.
But how do I climb through the tree hollows? Can I swim? Oh, wow. She just runs underwater. Alright. Cool trick. Popular at parties. What? Oh, here we go again. Is it gonna hold? I guess so.
There was a growing chill in the air, and the branches stirred in the wind. The storm may have passed, but she knew another was on the way. The permafrost was melting. Rime felt a gust of warm wind and wondered if it had brought the wisp beside him.
They both have a butterfly. I'm curious about the meaning of that.
The winds had melted the ice bridges, causing new drops and chasms. But Rime could still use the cold to his advantage.
Ah. I think I just accidentally solved the puzzle.
He ventured on to the edge of his kingdom. There, he hoped to find answers. The great fire that gave life to her land was dying. Fissures had cracked open tunnels in the cliffs, and great jets of sulfur erupted from the ground. Yet she knew she could use these to her advantage.
Both of them recognized sulfur specifically. So maybe they're not that far away from each other. Oh, the background is a huge difference. I feel like the transition would be slightly smoother if it didn't, if they didn't physically stop in their tracks the moment it was time for the transition to happen. So I think we're going to be sharing a screen at some point.
Passed the gates of his kingdom and found new tunnels revealed by the melting of the ice. The glistening water of the cave ran down the walls like tears, as if weeping at the melting of his world.
They're polar opposites. Ha! Get it? Or one of them... Oh, there we go. One of them's worried about losing heat and the other one's worried about gaining it. There we are. So now I control both characters.
Both stepped on the bridge together, matching each other's steps. Ember met Rime.
Wow. The barrier between them is a lot more obvious than I thought it was going to be. Like, very direct. Okay, it says RB to call your companion, but what actually happens is while you're holding RB, you control both characters at once. Pressing it doesn't actually seem to do anything. And going that way seems to be pointless.
A shimmering barrier separated them. On either side of this barrier, each carried their world with them.
We can switch? Oh, that is a trippy visual. Oh, is that going to be the core mechanic? Us moving around changes the exact border between the two worlds, changing the environment as a result? Oh yeah, like he can walk on the water and I can't. Because it freezes.
Neither knew what world they had come to, yet clearly, someone had been here long ago.
So I kind of thought that would happen, but yeah, the butterfly represents which character you're controlling.
The two caught sight of a great castle in the distance, and over it, a dark shape soared into the air and was gone. Perhaps there at the castle, they would find answers to what threatened their worlds. Buoyed by Ember's warmth, they rose and descended when Rime's chill fell upon them.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope. There we go. Yeah, here's the core mechanic.
Of who had made these tunnels, there was no sign.
So I think there isn't necessarily a time element, so I should be fine controlling both.
Together were they able to move forward.
There we go. Climb on up. I guess, should I let go while you're holding on? Yeah, that's what we need to do. They can hop off as you, then you.
The wreckage of great mechanisms, wheels, and pulleys lay along the path.
Can she ever stand on the ice? I don't think she can. It always spins fast enough to create this problem. Okay. Okay. So she needs to go under to make this happen. Get up. There we go. Oops. Got it. And now he can walk over here because he can walk on the ice. That was weird. I was tapping the switch button, but it kept switching back. There we go.
More structures lay ahead, forgotten in the overgrowth. Yet the road had been built with purpose in mind.
So he can do the snowball trick, for example, but only him. Because in her world, this stuff doesn't exist. I imagine. So I want it to be a snowball. Maybe over there. Nope. Fell. Oh, there's something up here. I can't zoom out. I'm actually not sure if there's any reason to come up here. So now I need the snowball. There we go. Ah. And only he can... He needs to climb a snowball, then pull the rope down, and then she'll melt the snowball. So him holding the rope lets her get through.
And saw what the mechanisms were for. The walls glittered, flecks in the rock shining like stars. It reminded them of the barrier between them, and wondered if there was a connection. Great power lay in the veins of rock, and someone had sought to claim it. And here they had failed.
Can I get up there? Yeah, I can. Now we need to go back down, right? Got it. This is neat. Pleasant.
No matter whether touched by cold or warmth, they noticed the ore held its color.
The ore, oh, in the wall. The rock ore, not like a boat ore. Can we switch? Oh wait, we don't need to. Oh. Oh, this one's full of water. Things got weirder. Ah. When you're sufficiently far away, it becomes a split screen again. So you're not required to stay on screen together. Okay. That's trippy. That's when call comes in. Okay. Much like our brother Tale of Two Sons, some of the novelty comes from trying to figure out how to control them both.
And across the bridge ahead of them lay the great castle they had seen from the gondola. And so, side by side, but with a chasm between them, Ember and Rime came to the castle gate and opened it together.
This one? Can we open it? Yep, we can.
The castle, majestic from a distance, had fallen into ruin, its halls empty. Of the ruler, there was no sign. Ash blackened the stones from a fire long ago. A great door, inscribed on its surface, a golden sheaf of wheat. As the scarf was taken, the door became brighter. Whoever had once held these scarves, the doors had opened for them.
And what are we gonna do with that? Ah. I actually directly used the scarf.
Another world opened up before them. Fields of promise stretching as far as the eye could see. But the fields lay untended, the farmers gone.
So he'll find his way over on his own to some extent. Only I can be in here. I wonder if there's some mechanic behind the decision of who should get to use each one.
The faded black scarf seemed to hint of royalty. And if it was like the first, it might open doors ahead.
I wonder if there's multiple solutions to these puzzles as far as like who gets to use each scarf. And if that leads to different outcomes or different locations. Or if there's only really one person that can reach each one, because it kind of seems like it might be that.
Sulfur split the ground here. Fissures in the rock.
Does the ice cover it? It does. There we go. Things seem to have gotten a little more non-linear, maybe? Suddenly I'm in this big open world that has a bunch of scarves, and I think it's like largely optional content, maybe. Or maybe I'll find a gate later where I'll be blocked based on whether or not I got these scarves. So he needs to...
The fissures seemed to be recent, angry. But Rime was able to calm it for a time.
Oh, she fell. So when they're cold, there's no gas. But we just need to make the split cover the problem. There we go.
Working together, Ember moved up and over as Rime froze the steam from the vents so she could pass. They worked well together.
They were best of friends. And a beautiful color gradient.
Evidence of the world's past inhabitants was all around them.
Oh, there she goes. She's dead. That's still really trippy. And now she's doomed. Doomed to drown. Rime has bested her. There can only be one.
The sulfur vents ran hotter and fiercer beneath the surface.
It's a lot of sulfur. Oh, he can go up top. Was there somewhere to go back there? Maybe. How would I get up there? Ah, the vents.
Rime felt
There we
the
go.
heat carry him up. He felt elated, and for the first time in a long time, happy.
That felt a little clever. I'd be a little worried about being able to pull that off as one person, but I guess I did. definitely easier if just a second person just jumps at the right time and stuff like that. Oh. I'm gonna need you to deal with the thing. There we go.
Ember, for her part, was amazed at how Rime's presence quelled the vents so she could pass. And she was grateful.
All I did was stand here, baby. Oh, there's a constellation on top of the screen of the collectibles I've gathered so far. So it is tracking it.
The intricacy of the mining platforms was awe-inspiring. Someone had obsessed over their construction, every moving part.
Oh, this looks complicated, doesn't it? There's a whole thing going on here. All right, well, neat. This is Degrees of Separation. I don't want to spoil too much. It may not be very long, actually. If that constellation's the entire game, or maybe it's not. Maybe that's just this world or something. But thanks for watching, like always, guys. If you want to check out this game, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. Thank you to the developers for sending me a code so I could preview their game. And I'll see you guys next time.